Enforcement Directorate is raiding certain locations in Maharashtra. Sangli is what we're learning, and two businessmen have been raided by the ED. These two businessmen are allegedly linked to NCP leader Jayant Patil. Remember, Jayant Patil was also questioned by the Enforcement Directorate recently. So, in the meanwhile, news coming in of how Jayant Patil's close aide, also businessmen, are being raided by the Enforcement Directorate as we speak in Maharashtra's Sangli. If we talk about the Enforcement Directorate, while this is in relation to how raids are taking place at the businessmen's premises, the businessmen who are allegedly linked to NCP, Maharashtra Chief Jayant Patil. Remember, very recently, the Enforcement Directorate in the BMC COVID scam case also conducted raids at certain businessmen's locations, premises, who are close aides, alleged close aides of Uddhav Thackeray's family. Now, that's one development that we're focusing on, and this one coming in from Maharashtra Sangli with two businessmen who've been raided by the Enforcement Directorate. They're allegedly linked to NCP Maharashtra Chief Jayant Patil. And Patil, remember, was also questioned by the Enforcement Directorate recently. So, is the Enforcement Directorate, in that sense, taking off from where they left? The questioning of Jayant Patil remains to be seen. Arunil is joining us with more details. Arunil, after Jayant Patil's questioning, we see this kind of an action coming on part of the Enforcement Directorate, raids being conducted at the premises of businessmen who are known to have close links with Jayant Patil himself. What can you tell us about what's going on?
Well, it's been very significant development coming in from Sangli in western Maharashtra. Basically, Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids at the locations of two businessmen. These businessmen are allegedly, reportedly linked to Mr. Jayant Patil, the Maharashtra NCP chief. Recently, only Jayant Patil was summoned and questioned by the Enforcement Directorate for close to around 7 to 8 hours. This is the ILNFS case. It basically is about when Jayant Patil was a minister during the UPA regime. Several loans were taken, and in those loans, allegedly kickbacks were being given to people close to Jayant Patil. This entire investigation is about that. Later, however, Jayant Patil has denied all the allegations and said that the action against him by the agencies is nothing but selective targeting and political vendetta.
All right. So in that sense, could this then go back to perhaps the suspicion on part of the Enforcement Directorate that since these businessmen are known to have close links with Jayant Patil, they could have been at the receiving end of those kickbacks? Arunil?
Well, we need to have a confirmation from the ED on this. But yes, there is a huge possibility regarding that. Because when the ED was conducting these investigations, they had pointed towards the fact that kickbacks allegedly were being received by people who were reportedly linked to Jayant Patil. Now, whether these raids are in response to the interrogation that was being done of Jayant Patil, we will await a final confirmation from the Enforcement Directorate.
Okay, but do we know more about these businessmen? Have we been able to find out more? Because you did rightly point out that so far what we can confirm is that this may have links to what the Enforcement Directorate is trying to find out as far as this case is concerned, the money laundering angle in the case is concerned. But given that the only information so far we have about these businessmen and their alleged links to Jayant Patil, not much can be said about whether or not this is directly linked to that case.